Did you know that nearly 40% of children lack the confidence to speak up in class, even though they have great ideas? Or that 1 in 3 teenagers say they struggle with self-esteem? Confidence doesn't just happen, it's built, step by step. If you're wondering how you can help your child grow into a strong, independent individual who tackles challenges head-on, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll show you the essential parenting goals you can set to raise confident children. From teaching them to bounce back from failure to giving them the right tools to face life's challenges, we've got practical strategies that you can start using today. Get ready to unlock the secrets of building self-belief that lasts a lifetime. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Building the Confidence Blueprint. Every child has unique strengths, and as parents, our job is to recognize and nurture those qualities. When you create an environment that encourages self-belief, your child will naturally become more confident. A 2018 study by the American Psychological Association found that children who receive positive reinforcement from their parents show a higher level of self-esteem and success in school. So, what's the first step? Start by offering praise that is specific. Instead of saying, "Good job," try something like, "I'm proud of how hard you worked on that puzzle." This shift in language helps children understand exactly what they did well. Encouraging effort over results is key. Kids who know their efforts are appreciated, not just their achievements, are more likely to take risks and grow. A famous quote by Carol Dweck, a psychologist known for her work on growth mindset, says, "The view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life." Teaching kids that effort leads to improvement helps them understand that confidence comes from practice, not perfection. A simple strategy is to set small, achievable goals for your child. When they accomplish these, their confidence grows like building blocks. A 2016 study from the University of California found that setting attainable goals for kids led to higher academic achievement and a stronger sense of self-worth. It's all about breaking down bigger tasks into manageable pieces. It's also crucial to teach your child how to face challenges head-on. Research shows that children with high confidence are more resilient when facing setbacks. When your child encounters difficulties, resist the urge to jump in and fix things. Instead, ask questions that encourage problem-solving, like, "What do you think we can do next?" Or, "How could you try again?" Chapter 2. Unshakable Roots. The Power of Emotional Anchors. Emotions play a massive role in building confidence. Children who feel emotionally secure are more likely to take risks and believe in their abilities. As parents, it's vital to create a safe space where feelings can be expressed without judgment. According to a study published in the Journal of Child Development, children who feel supported by their caregivers have a better sense of self-esteem. This doesn't mean avoiding tough emotions, it means helping your child label and understand them. Listening actively to your child is a powerful way to build emotional trust. Research by the Harvard Family Research Project shows that children who have parents who listen are more confident in social situations. So, when your child is upset, resist the urge to immediately fix the problem. Instead, give them space to express themselves. You might say, "I hear you're feeling frustrated. Want to talk about it?" This simple validation can go a long way in boosting their emotional security. One of the most effective ways to anchor your child emotionally is through consistent routines. Kids thrive on predictability, and knowing that they can rely on their parents gives them the security to explore and develop confidence. A study by the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development found that children who have a predictable, stable home life are less likely to experience anxiety and more likely to build resilience. Encourage your child to identify and express their feelings in words. The more they can articulate their emotions, the more control they feel over them. According to Dr. John Gottman, a leading researcher on emotional intelligence, Teaching kids emotional literacy helps them develop self-regulation skills, which are key for confidence. Lastly, teach empathy by modeling emotional awareness yourself. Children often learn how to process and handle emotions by watching their parents. Dr. Daniel Siegel, a clinical professor of psychiatry, says, when parents are emotionally attuned to their children, it strengthens the child's ability to regulate their own emotions. This emotional connection is essential for building unshakable roots. Chapter 3. Freedom within fences. Empowering through boundaries. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being rigid, it means offering a safe space within which your child can grow. Boundaries empower kids to make decisions, knowing there are limits. A study from the University of California found that children with clear boundaries are more likely to feel secure and confident in their actions. They understand that while they have freedom, there are guidelines that ensure their safety and well-being. It's important to be consistent with the rules. When boundaries shift too frequently, it creates uncertainty, which can lead to anxiety. Studies show that kids who experience inconsistency in parenting tend to have lower self-esteem and are less confident. For example, if you say it's bedtime at 8 o'clock, be firm about it, but explain why it's important. A child who understands the why behind a boundary is more likely to respect it. However, boundaries shouldn't be too rigid. It's about creating a balance between freedom and structure. Allowing your child to have a say in certain decisions, like what to wear or what activity to do, gives them a sense of autonomy. According to Psychology Today, autonomy is a critical factor in raising children who are confident and independent. Give your child opportunities to make choices that align with their age and maturity. For instance, a younger child might choose their lunch from a limited selection, while an older child can choose extracurricular activities. A study by the American Academy of Pediatrics highlighted that children who have a voice in family decisions are more likely to develop strong self-confidence. Lastly, don't be afraid to enforce consequences when boundaries are crossed. When you do this calmly and consistently, it teaches kids accountability. Research from the University of Minnesota shows that children who learn to take responsibility for their actions develop a stronger sense of self-efficacy and confidence. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you don't miss more valuable tips on raising confident children. Chapter 4. Fail like a pro. Turning mistakes into masterpieces. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, but in reality, it's one of the best tools for building confidence. Children who know how to handle failure without fear are more likely to take risks and grow. In fact, research from the University of Chicago shows that when children view failure as a learning opportunity, they develop a stronger sense of resilience and confidence. This is why it's important for parents to change their perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as a setback, treat it as part of the learning process. One of the best ways to help children learn from failure is by modeling how you deal with mistakes. When you mess up, don't shy away from it. Instead, share how you plan to fix the issue. A study by the American Psychological Association found that kids are more likely to show resilience when they see their parents handling failure with a positive attitude. It's important to show them that making mistakes is just a step toward success. Another way to approach failure is to praise the effort, not just the result. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, emphasizes that praising effort encourages a growth mindset. When children are praised for trying hard, even if they don't succeed, they are more likely to try again next time. A growth mindset teaches them that intelligence and skills can be developed, rather than being fixed traits. Use failure as a teaching moment. After your child experiences a setback, ask questions like, "What do you think went wrong?" or "What could you try next time?" These questions encourage them to reflect on the process and not just the outcome. Research from the University of Cambridge shows that children who are encouraged to reflect on their actions are more likely to build problem-solving skills and confidence. Lastly, teach your child that perfection isn't the goal, growth is. This idea is backed by a study published in Child Development which found that children who understand that growth comes from persistence, rather than perfection, are more confident and willing to embrace challenges. Chapter 5. The Confidence Cocktail. Gratitude, Grit, and Growth. Confidence isn't just about believing in oneself. It's also about developing the emotional and mental tools to handle life's challenges. Gratitude, grit, and a growth mindset are the key ingredients to building a confident child. Let's start with gratitude. Research from Harvard Health shows that practicing gratitude has a direct link to better mental health and overall well-being. Kids who regularly practice gratitude are not only happier, but they also feel more confident about their abilities. One simple way to instill gratitude in your child is by encouraging them to keep a gratitude journal. According to Dr. Robert Emmons, a leading researcher on gratitude, writing down things you're thankful for can increase happiness and emotional well-being. Encouraging your child to list 3 things they're thankful for each day is an easy, yet effective, way to boost their confidence and perspective on life. Next, let's talk about grit. Grit, as defined by psychologist Angela Duckworth, is the ability to persevere in the face of challenges. A study by Duckworth herself showed that grit is a stronger predictor of success than talent. Encourage your child to push through obstacles and never give up. Simple phrases like, "Keep going, you're doing great," or "One step at a time," can help reinforce the importance of persistence. Another essential factor in building confidence is promoting a growth mindset. When children believe that their abilities can be developed, they are more likely to take risks and try new things. A study by Psychological Science found that children who believe intelligence is malleable tend to perform better academically and feel more confident in their abilities. Finally, teaching your child how to handle setbacks and keep going is a powerful way to build confidence. Life isn't always easy, but grit and a positive outlook can make all the difference. As Angela Duckworth says, grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Instilling this mindset in your child ensures they approach life with the belief that they can overcome anything. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This way, you'll never miss any tips on raising confident children.